Committee. Nacho, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, colleagues. Well, the issue that we have to talk about is Europe's commitment to democracy support. Let's be clear, this commitment is waning, is almost vanishing, and is on the verge of simply disappear. As you notice, I'm not a diplomat, I'm not an academic, I'm a politician. And I have been requested, like all of you, by Mrs. von der Leyen, to approach the things as they are. In this toxic speech to the ambassadors, Mrs. von der Leyen said, Europe must focus on the reality of the situation and to see the world as it actually is today. It's a kind invitation, and I take it seriously. And for that reason, I depicted this speech as toxic. But be careful. Sometimes many expressions about what's happening in the European Union complex institutional setting is called Brussels. Brussels exists as a city, but Brussels is not, from the political point of view, a thing. Today, Politico said Brussels is silent regarding the situation of the mayor of Istanbul. It's not true. It's not Brussels. At the Commission and the Council and the External Service, but not the Parliament. And for that reason, I talk about this street on my left, on your right, that is Rue Belliard. Rue Belliard is not only a street, it's a moral divide, and it's becoming an abyssal crack in the European Union approach to principles and values. The other side is the world of real politics, and in this house, in this side of Rue Belliard, we try to contain this realpolitik soaking approach, and we try to stand for principles and values. We continue having a committee on human rights. We continue having 3 topics in every plenary regarding human rights situation, and we try to resist this logic. But realpolitik, in the way that has been depicted by Mrs. von der Leyen, is gaining ground, and we have to be aware we are sieged by the environment, not only outside, but also in the European Union. And it's good to remind everyone that the promotion of democracy is not an option, it's not a policy, it's a legal mandate from the treaties. If you want to escape from this legal mandate, you have to change. The Commission has to try to change the treaties. Maybe they can use the opportunity to gather more foreign policy capacities that they are gaining in fact and in practice without changing the treaties. But it's good to remind that we in the world, we have to go and to conduct our foreign policy under the promotion of democracy and human rights and rule of law. The question we are dealing with is, are values universal? We decided, yes, we have universal values, and the dignity of every person in the world has to be treated, and there was a gain of civilization. It was not a colonial approach. It was not, as has been said, a new paternalistic or patronizing approach from the Western world. This decision that the values were universal counted at the time with an excellent approach from China, and from Confucianism as an ideological basis. But we have to remind and maybe to recommit with the idea that the values are universal. Why are not we conducting our foreign policy under this approach? Because our soft power has been completely eroded. Because we were the model for many societies. And when we went to these societies some decades ago, the rationale was, okay, your society is my model, I need time, I need to improve economy, and then the political reforms, I'm coming from a different cultural status, I have problem with my ethnicities divided, okay, but you are the model, and then our soft power functioned, because they listened to us. Because the idea was to approach our model society. This has completely disappeared, and for that reason we have to rethink the way we approach the world, not only with hard power, but also reconstructing our soft power. And for that reason, my motto in this House, as Anna and other colleagues says, we defend democracy in the world not only for moral reasons, not only because we have an angelical or post-colonial attempt to grab other societies, because a world of democracies is a safer world. The approach of linking democracy to security is needed, because democracies are boring, previsible. Democracies, we have some late exceptions, but normally democracies, they don't invade a country overnight. The real democracies, they have check and balances, they have critical public opinion, they have freedom of media, and they have a system to contain this kind of attempts. And for that reason, the promotion of democracy is not only to extend moral values that we consider universal, it's also to create the setting for a more safer world, especially for the weaker. I have time. Thank you.
You have 1 minute and
1 minute.
a half.
Thank you.
You can do a whole speech in that time. I know.
What is the result of this divide and the things regarding the other countries? It depends. You have gas, you are going to be pampered. You don't have gas, you are fucked. If you have some authoritarian strains. Listen, we talk about Carl. Carl, we met each other. Carl was the ambassador in Georgia. Georgia has been crushing systematically the freedom of media, the opposition. Never, ever the Council considered seriously to impose sanctions. But there was a shadow fleet boat approaching a port in the Black Sea in Georgia. Immediately, the world sanctions appear. But this is double standard, meaning you are dealing with Russia, you are fucked, you don't have gas, you are dismissed. You have gas, no problem. Mr. von der Leyen visited Azerbaijan, Mr. Skorta is going to Azerbaijan, clapping the hands and clapping the shoulders of these authoritarians. The problem is not only that the authoritarians are cooperating among them. The problem is that we are cooperating with the authoritarians, and our silence is noticed by the civil society in Turkey, in Azerbaijan, in Georgia, everywhere. Our silence is another proof of the problem of our double standards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nacho, for